Hello, and thank you for taking the time to participate in this webinar. My name is Andres Castrillon. I'm the Director for International Trade for the Automotive Aftermarket Industry Association. Joining me on the webinar today are my colleagues Michael Barrett, Senior Vice President for Meetings and Events, and Arlene Davis, Senior Director for Meetings and Events. Before we start, I want to take some time to thank Michael Richardson and his colleagues Volker and Edward for helping us organize this webinar. We've had some preliminary discussions with them on how our two organizations can work together to promote U.S. exports. We have provided Michael and his team with some preliminary information and look forward to continuing that dialogue and continuing to provide the information that Michael and his team requests. Today we want to accomplish three things. First, we want to give you an overview of our association and the various ways that we can help the commercial service connect with our members. Then we want to talk about our annual trade show, AAPEX, and ways that the commercial service can utilize AAPEX as a way of connecting with our members and promoting its services and programs. And then we want to discuss the role that AAIA can play in helping increase U.S. attendance at international trade shows that the U.S. Commercial Service supports. So a quick roadmap of our agenda today. First, we want to talk about the association, how we're organized, and who our members are. We want to give you a brief overview of our international initiatives, both from a historical perspective and then discussing some new areas that we're looking to expand into. We want to talk about some various member communications that the commercial service can utilize to promote its programs and resources. We want to talk about AAPEX and various opportunities there, very unique opportunities to connect with our members. And then we also, as I mentioned, want to discuss ways that we can help support U.S. participation at foreign trade shows. As I mentioned earlier, we have started a dialogue with Michael Richardson and his colleagues and have been sharing information. A lot of the information that you're going to hear today is fairly general in nature, but we hope that it will give you a good understanding of how we can help you identify export targets within our industry. And then as Michael and his team can attest, we'll do everything in our power as we continue this dialogue to help you get more specific information on our membership and key targets. So now I'm going to turn it over to Michael Barrett to give you an overview of AAIA and how we're organized.
Thanks, Andres. Most trade associations are horizontally integrated, representing a single segment of an industry. The Automotive Aftermarket Industry Association is unique because we are vertically integrated, which means we represent all segments of the industry up and down the entire aftermarket channel, from manufacturers to warehouse distributors and retailers to the independent repair shop. This integration provides us a complete understanding of the marketplace. AAIA serves as the umbrella organization for 11 distinct communities organized into various segments of the aftermarket. I'm going to highlight a few of the segments we feel offer the greatest opportunity for export. AAIA, Auto International Association, as their name implies, is a segment that focuses on the import and export resources for the North American motor vehicle aftermarket. AAIA is the driving force behind AAIA becoming the leading advocacy organization in support of free and fair trade for the motor vehicle aftermarket. The Auto Electric Association members manufacture starting, charging, lighting, and related components for the industrial and heavy-duty aftermarket industry. AWDA, the Automotive Warehouse Distributors Association, members represent warehouse distributors and manufacturers of parts, accessories, and tools for the automotive aftermarket. As you can see on the slide, with more than 220 warehouse distributors, as well as over 400 manufacturers, this is a robust segment of AAIA. HDDA, the Heavy Duty Distribution Association, serves aftermarket distributors and manufacturers of parts and services for commercial vehicles in North America. With our Auto Electric segment, they jointly sponsor a trade show in Las Vegas each January, specifically for the heavy-duty aftermarket. Our PBES segment members manufacture products that are used in the auto body and collision repair side of the aftermarket, which includes tools as well as paints and other chemical products. Our tool and equipment members are a cross-section of manufacturers and distributors from various size companies that focus on the tools and equipment used to provide the services performed in the automotive repair shops. And finally, the Upholstery and Trim International segment is very similar to other segments I just highlighted, as they include not only the largest companies within their businesses, but they also have small to mid-sized companies that could use the Department of Commerce to assist with the exporting of their specific segment products. Now Arlene Davis will discuss how our members make up the aftermarket channel in the United States.
Thank you, Michael. The flow of U.S. replacement parts. We realize that this graph is probably a little complicated, but we wanted to show you how parts are distributed in the U.S. Primarily, parts are manufactured and distributed through warehouse distributors, and then they're sent to jobbers, and jobbers then get them out to the individual shops and service repair garages. A jobber, as you may recall from past classes or seminars at AAPEX, are the folks that actually deliver parts to the service provider based on the job that they're currently working on. Now, why do we share this flow chart? Mainly, we wanted to show you the type of information that we are looking for our members. They want to better understand how parts are distributed throughout the globe. As we go forward and as our relationship grows, we'd like to be able to build these types of charts for all the countries around the globe to help our members better understand how parts are distributed globally. Now, AAIA's membership. I think it's important, or we all felt it was important, that you understand that we do have 700 plus domestic members. 100 of them would be the largest companies, and a lot of you may be familiar with them. The names may be familiar: Federal Mogul, Delphi, Gates Rubber, large corporations. Many of them have resources within their companies to help them market globally. We have an additional 300 medium-sized and 300 small companies. These companies tend not to have the ability or the resources to promote globally. This is where we might be able to help them and have the commercial service assist them as well. Now, these companies, the small and medium companies, are in various segments that Michael just described. Our heavy-duty manufacturer segment, diagnostic tools and equipment, remanufactured parts, and that's a key part, a key segment for all of us to look at. As you look around the globe, many places have much older car parks. Sometimes it's difficult to find replacement parts for those vehicles. You may want to turn to our remanufactured parts members to be able to create exports for the U.S. Now I'd like to turn it over to Andre. He's going to review some of the specific international initiatives that AAIA is embarking on.
Thanks, Arlene. I want to provide a brief overview of AAIA's international initiatives, both from a historic perspective, and then discuss some areas that we're looking to expand into. Historically, we've been very active in the area of trade policy advocacy. We have been very active in international trade negotiations, following developments on the negotiations for free trade agreements. We're currently following very closely the two ongoing trade negotiations, the TTIP and the TPP, having provided comments to the U.S. negotiators and meeting with the various congressional committees to communicate our interests and our negotiating objectives. We also follow trade disputes very closely, both at the agency level, for example, anti-dumping and countervailing duty investigations before the Department of Commerce and the International Trade Commission, making sure that our members understand which products are affected and what they can do about it. We've tried to be on the market access, to be active in market access issues, making sure that we're a resource for our members to identify potential market access and trade barriers to accessing new markets. And then we've also been very active on customs and intellectual property issues, making sure that our products are able to come in without overly burdensome requirements or regulations, making sure that our members understand their intellectual property rights and how to protect them, and then also making sure that we supplement that with a very robust IP policy at our trade show, AAPEX. But as I mentioned, we're looking to expand our international offerings and really focus on a broader scope of issues. We have created, to that end, an international task force made up of various senior staff members within our association from different departments to help us better identify what we should be focused on and what our priorities should be. We're sponsoring a series of focus groups during the upcoming AAPEX with various international members and international partners to better guide our efforts. Of importance to you, part of what we're looking to gain from those focus groups is a better understanding of the target markets and target products for exports from our members. And as we get that information, we'd be more than happy to share that with the commercial service. And these efforts are largely in coordination with our international segment, the Auto International Association that Michael mentioned earlier. So the key priority for us in these broadened international efforts is really what can we do to help our members compete better globally. So we're really looking to get into the area of trade promotion and to serve as a trade promotion resource for our members. We want to do a much better job of promoting U.S. government initiatives and U.S. government resources that are available to our members. We want to make sure that we're offering a comprehensive and complete offering of education programs. We want to make sure that we're letting our members know about all the great educational resources that the commercial service offers, and then potentially work with the commercial service to tailor some education programs that are specific to our members in our industry. For a very long time, we've had a Department of Commerce export trade certificate. We haven't done a great job of promoting that. We want to make sure that we do a better job of promoting it, letting our members know that it's available to them, and really helping to promote their exports. And then we'd also like to offer more foreign market intelligence to our members. We would love to gather more intelligence on various countries and markets. Arlene mentioned the supply chain and how products go to market in various countries. We have a great understanding of how that works domestically. We do not have a great understanding of how that works in foreign markets, and would love to explore with the commercial service different ways that we can collect that data and get it to our members. One last area I want to point out that we've become active in internationally is in the area of technology standards. We've been working domestically on helping create standards for things like catalogs and the way that product information is exchanged between business partners. So now we're exploring ways that we can duplicate those efforts on an international level so that our members are in a better position to sell their products globally. As you know, these varying standards can act as a barrier to trade, and we'd love to discuss ways with the commercial service that we can help address that potential barrier. So that's a brief overview of our international initiatives. Now we want to talk about various ways we can help the commercial service get information out to our members on their various programs and resources. Various member publications that we have various member publications that we can use to promote the commercial service programs, and I want to go through a few of them right now. The first is our AAIA SmartBrief. This probably has our widest distribution. It's got over 6,000 subscribers. This goes out to top-level executives, people involved in marketing, international marketing, and international sales. It goes out every Tuesday and Thursday, and is a great tool to promote developments or upcoming events for the commercial service. Another publication of ours is the Matters of Import. This is the publication of the Auto International Association, our international segment. So this is a much more focused publication that goes out to members who have indicated an interest in international trade matters. We also have what's called the Capital Report. This is our government affairs publication, really focused on regulatory and policy developments, both domestically and internationally, that impact our members. Depending on the issue, it's also potentially a great way to get information out to our members. We also have a government affairs blog that we use to let our members know about a lot of international trade issues. You can see here that recently we've written about the U.S.-EU Free Trade Agreement and the potential opportunities in that agreement for our industry. We are open to having guest bloggers or open to exploring different topics on the blog with the commercial service to help promote anything the commercial service would like to promote. We also have a magazine called the Aftermarket Insider. It's published 6 times a year. Distribution is both in print and electronically. We do have a lot of outside contributions in the magazine and have included a lot of international trade-related articles. So potentially, again, another great resource to promote resources and upcoming events. In addition to our various publications, we're also very active in social media. We have a very active Facebook page. We're very active on Twitter, also LinkedIn and YouTube. And our CEO also has a blog that has a very wide distributorship. So in addition to our publications, we can also supplement those promotional tools with our social media outlets. Another great tool that we can offer the commercial service is our connection with the industry media in the aftermarket. So not only can we use our communication tools to get the word out on various events or programs, but we can also make sure that those releases get picked up by industry media, either through press releases or through articles that we make sure get picked up by other outlets. And then we're also open to using AAPEX as a promotional tool by holding a press conference where we invite both domestic and international industry media to make some sort of announcement. And then finally, we are open to utilizing our website as a tool for the commercial service to promote its resources. We are in the process of updating all of our international links. We would love to work with the commercial service to make sure that we're linking to all the proper resources. We would love to make sure that we're including all the relevant international events, be it trainings or overseas programs, on our calendar page. And then as I mentioned, our Auto International segment, they also have a website and are happy to promote and link the commercial service resources on their page. We're also very active in the area of market intelligence. One of the things we're well known for is our annual Factbook that is distributed to all our members. I believe that you all now have access to this Factbook, but please reach out to us if you have not, and we'll make sure that you get access. This is a comprehensive overview of the entire aftermarket. It does have mostly a domestic focus, but there is an international section that includes such things as number of roadways in various countries throughout the world, vehicle registrations, persons per car, total exports on a product level but not on a country-specific basis, and new car registrations. We would love to provide more of this type of information to our members. We would love to increase the international data that we have on a country-specific basis, utilizing the Factbook as a tool to help our members identify potential new export markets. So we'd love to continue this discussion with the commercial service and see if there's a way that we can use the Factbook to promote the U.S. commercial service resources and to help identify new export markets. So the point of that last section is that we have a lot of different ways to communicate with our members, and depending on the issue or the event, we can work with you to make sure that we really target that promotional event in the right way, and to make sure that we're helping you identify members within our association who are uniquely situated and needing your resources. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Arlene to talk about our annual trade show AAPEX and various ways that the commercial service can utilize it as a tool for connecting with our members.
Thank you, Andres. AAPEX is held annually, as he stated, and it's held in Las Vegas at the Sands Convention Center in conjunction with the SEMA show. Now, AAPEX will be held November the 5th through the 7th this year, 2013. It's a Tuesday through Thursday event. And the difference between AAPEX and SEMA is AAPEX is primarily about automotive maintenance and keeping vehicles on the road. Now, just to give you a quick snapshot of AAPEX this year, we have 2,212 exhibitors. We have, of those, 700 plus are U.S. exhibitors. And our total booths this year are up around 5,250, the largest show ever, covering 500 net square feet. Now, what are some of the key product categories you're going to see at AAPEX? This is important because as you begin to talk to buyers throughout the globe, they need to understand what are the types of products they're going to find at AAPEX. We have a large show for parts and components to keep vehicles on the road. Another key area is tools and equipment. Many companies out there are looking for diagnostic tools to be able to figure out what is wrong with the vehicle and what they need to service. There's also a number of chemicals and car care products, but new to you may be the business products and services. This ties in really well to what Andre said before about some of our international standards for parts identification. A number of business product service providers have tools that can assist people in identifying products and in also e-commerce. So it might be an area that specialists can take a look at and see if they can find some matches for U.S. companies. Now, in terms of who are the buyers that should be coming to AAPEX, we've identified out of the 32 key buyer categories these particular buyer categories. Clearly, the auto parts retailer is an easy one, but there are others that you may not have considered. There's the oil and lube center. Anybody that is doing any type of special service for maintaining vehicles could be a key target as a buyer for our U.S. exports. Also consider those folks that do any type of tire repair. There's tires at AAPEX, and we have the equipment and the tools and the diagnostics as well. So definitely this list can help you determine who are the possible buyers that are in your area of the globe. Now, while you're at AAPEX, if you plan to attend, we want you to feel at home and take advantage of our International Buyer Center. We have meeting rooms, we have translators, there's Wi-Fi in there so you can check on what's going on at home, as well as refreshments. This center is located in the Venetian, in the lower lobby, right outside the Sands Expo Center. You are welcome to join us there and to host meetings and take advantage of what we have available. Now, how do you connect with U.S. manufacturers? We're hoping you'll take advantage of the few tools that we have available. Number one is our website. Clearly, if you can't make it to the show, you can still take advantage of the directory of our companies listed at www.aapexshow.com. You can search for companies by country, by product category, and new this year, by brand. This might be key to many of the buyers that you meet globally who are looking for those U.S. brands that are very identifiable. So take a look and use that tool as needed. You may also want to look at and search some of our key sections. As we reported before, some of our small to medium-sized manufacturers are in these particular sections and could actually take advantage of the services provided by the commercial service. The tool and equipment section, the NARSA section, which has air conditioning and radiator products, as well as I mentioned before, remanufacturing for those parts that are difficult and hard to find. Now, what other tools do we have? The mobile app. You can download this for your Android, iPhone, or we also have a web product. This is basically like having a directory in your pocket at all times. The app has many of the same features that the website has, and yes, you can still search by brand, search by product, and also by country. One of the things that we're looking for is to be able to provide information about the global market during our AAPEX Learning Forum. Currently, we have 38 sessions scheduled. We'd like to be able to add a global market series. And one of the key things that we're looking for is information on global markets that we can share with our U.S. companies. Information like what are the barriers to exporting? How are parts currently distributed in that part of the globe? Who are the key buyers in that particular country, and what products might be in demand? Also, consider what is the car park. That's a leading indicator of the parts that we might need or that those buyers might need that our manufacturers can provide. Social media. We can certainly learn a lot, or you can learn a lot about AAPEX by following us on our Facebook page, LinkedIn, and other areas that we have. But you, as a commercial service, can also take advantage and provide us information that we can get out through our social media. And as we look at this, there's also opportunities in our AAPEX Show Daily to get information out about what the commercial service can do for our U.S. manufacturers. You can definitely take advantage of our social media and our printed products that we have at AAPEX. Now, I'd like to turn it back over to Andres. He's going to review some of the other opportunities or other options for working with the Department of Commerce.
Thank you, Arlene. So Arlene has just discussed the various opportunities that our trade show in the U.S. can offer the commercial service. But we're also aware that we're not the only trade show and that there are also a lot of opportunities for our members at various international trade shows that the commercial service supports. And we would like to explore various ways that we can help increase participation from our members at these international trade shows. So what could our role be? Well, first, we can play a big role in marketing. We've already discussed the various ways that we can help get information out to our members about these international show opportunities. We can also do more targeted identification of potential members based on our knowledge of their companies and their interest in exporting. And then we'd also be open to helping organize a delegation where we serve as the primary communication source with the show organizers. We can also help our members with logistics, including help with visas and travel details, and then actually helping organize the pavilion. But to do this, we would need some support from the commercial service. First, we would need to know what shows we should target, what shows offer the best opportunities for our members. We would need some market intelligence, including what are the key markets and products that we should target. We would also need support with matchmaking so that we can ensure that the members that we take abroad are able to have a lot of one-on-one meetings with potential international clients and new business partners. So to recap, there's 3 things you should take away from this presentation. First, we encourage the commercial service to use the various resources that we have available to connect with our members and to get information out to our members. Second, we encourage you to attend AAPEX and really utilize this as an opportunity to connect with a lot of our members who are there on the ground and interested in learning about your products and resources. And then lastly, we are very much interested in helping promote the shows that the commercial service is supporting on an international level and exploring ways that maybe we can help bring some delegations to those shows to increase that U.S. participation and work with you to promote U.S. exports. We want to thank you again for taking the time to participate in this webinar. This is our contact information. As you are able to digest all the information that we've thrown at you, we encourage you to contact us with any follow-up questions. And we'll do our best to get you the information that you need to help promote exports for our members. Thank you.